VR ownership for Steam users nearly doubled in 2018, at least according to a collection of the monthly Steam hardware and software reports released by Valve at the end of each month. Typically, those roundups offer curious size of Lancet month-to-month trends in US, VR, and PC component usage, but only data from the most recent month is publicly displayed. Uploader, however, kept track of the monthly results for virtual reality headsets and crunched the numbers to find that, across all VR brands, the percent of Steam users that used a VR headset nearly doubled in 2018. According to that data, just over 0.5% of Steam users had a VR headset in January, compared to 0.8% in December. On a per-headset basis, Uploadable data shows an 85% rise in Oculus Rift users on Steam in 2018 alongside a 65% rise in HTC Vive ownership. Windows mixed reality headsets saw a boost as well. At the beginning of the year, the platform did not have enough users to register on the monthly survey. At the close of 2018, 0.7% of Steam users had picked up a Windows mixed reality headset. However, it is worth noting that this data comes with a few caveats. The hardware survey, of course, only offers percentages, so it's difficult to put actual numbers to that growth. But for comparison's sake, Steam now has as many VR users as it does people running IOS as their operating system. Additionally, participation in the survey requires Steam users to opt in, meaning that the sample size here does not include every single user on Steam. But even taken with a grain of salt, the collective maths of data offer an interesting look at how VR fared during last year. So these personalized videos, showcasing the games played and trophies earned by PlayStation users have notably revealed how many people have played each game, thanks to calculations made from trophy stats. It's important to note that this player data is not indicated by VOS total sales for any particular game, but it's still pretty notable as this seems to be the first instance of information like this being publicly available. First noticed by Reddit-user Jamstat, they explain how these videos, dubbed by Sony as My PS4 Life, can provide player statistics, giving what looks like pretty accurate numbers on how many PS4 users are playing a specific game. Gamstat claims to have calculated the figures from information on the trophies provided in the My PS4 Live videos. The personalized videos tell players the name of the rarest trophy they have earned. In addition to hope, many other players also have the same achievement. By combining these figures with percentages for the trophies provided on the PlayStation website, Gamstat says they have been able to figure out how many people have at least started playing the games. Here, 764 players earned the Photo Bomber trophy in Fallout 76, the post explains. And on PlayStation.com it's revealed that 83% of all players got this trophy. Simple math. The total number of people who have played Fallout 76 on PS4 764 multiplied by 100% 3% 406.
795.
They also pointed out in the post that while the calculations give a general idea of player numbers, the figures were taken from a specific time window, and will not say much about recently released games. To check out the entire Reddit post, click here. Game analytics company Doubtedly has published its survey results for 2018. sharing data taken from a survey of 336 developers of free-to-play mobile games over a 12-month period. The findings could be useful for mobile developers who might want some insight into how they do like to monetize their game in the future. The survey revealed that even though the majority are casual and hardcore, gamers are still learning how more of their revenue from in-app purchases, ad revenue is finally becoming viable. A majority of casual game developers make less than 40% of their revenue from ads, but 16% said they earned 80% more from the same source. In comparison, 70% of hardcore game developers said their games made more than 20% of revenue from ads, up from only 50% reporting the same amount last year. The Gamasutra job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: Barcelona, Spain. Responsibilities, requirements, assets. Why join the world of Gameloft? What can Gameloft Barcelona offer you even more? Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. In this opinion piece, SuperDepth research founder Gustav van Joen examines 10 major trends of 2019, from a fresh wave of consolidations to a fragmentation of PC game marketplaces. It's the time of year when I try to minimize the odds of face as an analyst by making generic statements about the gaming industry's future. 4. No chance. Both fit in. 2019 promises to be a great year in games. Innovation and competition will elevate the industry's offerings and drive more inclusivity among a broader range of audiences. Collectively, gamers will serve as the canary in the coal mine as large tech firms look to introduce new technologies to mainstream consumer audiences. Companies like Amazon, Tencent, Google and Microsoft already own and operate massive data centers that virtually run enterprise applications. As I previously covered, we will see continued investment in infrastructure and content acquisition in 2019 as these billion-dollar companies seek to claim the consumer market. This means that we will likely see some surprising partnerships, for instance between Tencent and Google in China. Incorporated companies like Sony, Nintendo and legacy game publishers will have to decide on going at it alone. Budding up and surrendering a piece of revenue. It's not a bad thing. But after more than a decade of a virtual monopoly held by Valve, new contenders have emerged. We already saw how Valve tried to get in front of Epic's announcement that it was lowering its platform fees, and not long after, this got popped up with an even better rate. This is good for players and companies that make games. Consumers will get better prices and more choice, and the various digital stores will compete over functionality and improved user experience. Creative firms can reduce their exposure to a single distributor. Previously, unless you were Activision RA, you have no other option than to join the cluttered Steam store. Despite digitalization, the bulk of interactive entertainment has remained within one of the various walled gardens. That is going to change, like telecom networks that allow people to speak to each other. irrespective of their phone provider. So, Tor will online gaming break down silos. In 2019, cross-platform play will become ubiquitous. The end of 2018 has already shown the potential of this, as Fortnite resulted in each of the platforms agreeing to play nicely with one another. Legacy publishers like Activision Blizzard have also tasted what cross-platform play can do for their franchises. Hearthstone has continued to dominate the collective card game category because it works seamlessly across PC and mobile, and offers a smooth integration with live streaming platforms like Twitch. Cross-platform play should be at the top of every studio's design agenda in 2019. After seeing the initial success with subscriptions enjoyed by Twitch and Microsoft's Game Pass, more companies will adopt this monetization model. Large platform holders like Sony and Apple are looking to grow their revenues by offering content subscriptions. Both of these companies have indicated they have plans to increase services revenue as a direct response to reaching the limit of how much hardware they can sell. Game publishers have been experimenting with microtransactions to great success. Tentpole franchises like FIFA,